Hello, my name is Emma and welcome to my random topic series. Today's topic was submitted by a guy named the S. Jandro, which asked to please talk about the video game bans in Australia and are they as big of a problem as they seem. Remember, you can submit your own topics in the comment section below of this video if you would like to see me make a video on it. So I've paired this video today, because it's about Australia, with some Mad Max gameplay, because, you know, Max, serious business Australian, you can tell by his very intense accent. So I wanted to answer this mainly because I get this question pretty much all the time. Like, people are like, how do you own GTA? And how did you get Mortal Kombat X? And people expect me to give this answer in terms of this crazy way, like I smuggled them in via a kangaroo, or there's this crazy black market where all the gamers hang out and trade these illegal violent games, which isn't exactly true. So I'm going to clear that up as much as possible. Game laws here are still, though, they're just really weird. So, jumping into the timeline, so way back when I started to buy a bit more violent video games, I was maybe 15 or 16, we had laws which had like a very set restriction in our rating systems where you could only go up to MA 15 plus through classification. In movies at the time had a rating called R, but it wasn't allowed to be in video games. So this is when we saw the worst game bans. Mortal Kombat, when it came out on PS3, was straight banned. Left 4 Dead 2 was straight banned, like completely here. There was other games where there were situations where there was things inside the game which couldn't be shown in Australia. I think it was Fallout 3, there was a thing where a use of morphine and they had to change the drug in there, what it was called, because the way that Fallout 3 was depicting it at the time was there was drug use and that positively affected you. So that is a big like no-no in Australia for any sort of thing. You can't have drugs as a reward in your game. Otherwise it's pretty much straight up ban hammer. Gone. And yeah, so these games got refused classification. Now, interestingly, these are put on like Australians Customs Board, which pretty much prohibits the item, and if you're found importing it, you can get seized and you can receive massive fines. I've never actually seen this happen or think it's ever happened or heard about it, but that's just sort of amusing to me, where you're gonna get in trouble if you're trying to smuggle in drugs, fine, but trying to smuggle in like a couple of Mortal Kombat and then you're like, oh shit, I'm in trouble with the police. So the law change in Australia, I think it was in 2012, I'm going to guess here, where we finally introduced this rating called R. And in that sense, I was like, woohoo, like, you know, this is going to really help here. What I really didn't think about, though, which is still the case now, is games can actually still get refused classification here. It really isn't something which is prominent and is going to happen in regular style games that are just very violent. It just has particular things in there that Australia won't allow. So Hotline Miami 2 is the game that I can think of that got banned this year, and that I think it either had sexual abuse or drug use that positively affected you. If it was any of those two things, Australia will still ban it. So for the most part, you know, everything is still available. You guys might have seen maybe a year ago now, could have been a bit more, a bit less maybe, that GTA 5 was actually taken off shelves here in Target and maybe Kmart as well, I can't really remember. There was a complaint, all that sort of went into effect. I mean, it doesn't really restrict us buying that game because for the most part, you don't really go to Target and Kmart to go and buy your video games. Like, you go to the dedicated game stores to actually purchase them. So for the most part, really doesn't affect gamers that much. I think that the stuff with Target and Kmart is because they have a lot of kids' toys there, especially quite old people still associate video games with toys, so them being like, yeah, it's in like the toys shop, and that's not appropriate to children. Obviously, GTA, definitely not appropriate to children, but parents should have the responsibility, I think anyway, to, you know, tell their kid, actually, that's rated R, you know, probably not alright for you. But yeah, that's sort of the gaming situation. For the most part, I don't need to worry about video games being banned. If I do have a game which is banned and it's still available on Steam, I can still buy it. I can just use a VPN or whatnot if there's a ban. So really, I'm not restricted from anything. So thank you everybody for watching. Remember, you can submit your own topic by leaving it in the comments below. Doesn't need to be serious. It can be the dumbest thing you can think of about video games. I don't care. As long as you're submitting topics. Please, if this is your first video that you've seen of me, go check out my other videos, and if you like them, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!